If you Google the word idiot under images, a picture of Donald Trump comes up. I just did that.
I can't breathe.
How would that happen? How does search work so that that would occur?
We provide search today for any time you type, and we take the keyword and match it against web pages and rank them based on over 200 signals. Things like relevance.
Privacy is a word which can have different extents of restrictions to someone's information. Well, as much precise the degree of this restriction might be, there's a general idea of privacy that we can all agree that it exists. For a corporation like Coca-Cola, privacy might be connected to the information about the actual composition of the ingredients they put in a drink. For a normal person, privacy can be connected to the data like their bank account details or their Facebook password. And for an Asian teenager, privacy is being able to close the door of their room.
Opening the door! Closing the door!
Fat woman, my ass!
Oh, never mind. Privacy for Asian kids is a myth anyway. Haha, lol.
Well, I woke up this morning from a reoccurring dream. You and me still in the 20s.
Well, nevertheless, I think we can all agree to the fact that we are at least familiar with the idea of privacy in real life. But when stuff goes digital, the idea of privacy changes a bit. And the one word that's always connected to privacy online is data. If you're a person who has not left home, went to the monasteries for seeking enlightenment, then you might have at least once come across this wordplay between data and privacy. I mean, it's everywhere. But there's a reason too why this topic needs to be addressed. With the emergence of giant internet platforms and sites, there's also a lot of digital footprint that you leave on the internet for these sites to make use of. Well, for those who don't know what a digital footprint is, it's, as Wikipedia has defined it, one's unique set of traceable digital activities, actions, or communications manifested on the internet or digital services. Well, in simple words, a most common example of this is your search history. If you have searched, let's say, good phones under $400, what? Come on, boy, I know you are broke.
But look at me now, I'm a CEO, I'm DJ Khaled, I've got kids, but I'm broke.
Now, while searching about such phones, you have left an information about you being interested in phones on that search engine. That information is an example of your digital footprint. Now that search engine may let smartphone companies and online shopping sites know that you're interested in certain kind of smartphones. These companies will now advertise the phones to you in random sites. For example, you might see an ad for the phone in between of a YouTube video. This is the reason why you see those weird ads when you open random sites. Yes, I'm talking to you, don't look away. And this is exactly how Google uses your data for advertising. Well, Google claims that we never sell your personal information and we protect your privacy at every step. Well, a decent minimal level of data sharing for convenient ad experience of the user might not be harmful, obviously. But this can be threatening if the extent of data shared by Google to the third-party websites actually violates their own privacy policy. And it's not an alien idea that Google does actually share a lot of your information to several websites without your knowledge or control. In contrast to its claim of never selling the data, there have been several cases when Google was found to share personal information about its users to third-party companies for monetary benefits. In fact, a large amount of revenue generated by Google is through these advertisements. Bring back communism! Also, with the emergence of Gmails, Google has been actively tracking your mails and searches for keywords in them just to use it for advertising purposes. It also studies your writing style or your way of typing and uses it to locate you uniquely over the internet, even if you're using anonymous accounts over sites like Reddit. Yes, Noob64XXX. Google knows who you are. Google also tracks your location even if you have turned off location services on your smartphone. Despite promising that it would stop locating its users without permission, Google is Google, obviously. It could still track you on a minute-to-minute basis, both physically and over the web, regardless of whether you're using incognito mode or not. Yes, that's right, incognito mode is perfectly useless. All of this makes Google kinda sketchy. Despite several warnings and lawsuits, Google still allegedly sells your private data to numerous corporations, which then use it for several purposes, one of which is advertising. Either way, this exchange of your information is surely an illegal breach of your privacy. However, it will be a bit unfair to only mention Google in the discussion of data privacy. Giant websites like Facebook are also very actively tracking a lot of your information, including your minute-to-minute location, interests, events of your life, etc.
If you've messaged anybody this week, would you share with us the names of the people you've messaged?
Senator, no, I would probably not choose to do that publicly here.
I think that may be what this is all about. Your right to privacy, the limits of your right to privacy, and how much you give away in modern America in the name of, quote, connecting people around the world. A question basically of what information Facebook's collecting, who they're sending it to, and whether they ever asked me in advance my permission to do that. Is that a fair thing for a user of Facebook to expect?
Whether or not Google spies over me is not in my control as long as I'm not a personal friend of Sundar Pichai, so I can ask him not to track me. I mean, a friend can do that much, I guess. Anyone? No? But we can always choose whether or not we decide to use Google as a search engine. This is where browsers like Tor or Firefox and search engines like DuckDuckGo come into picture, as they don't track your data. Using a VPN can also limit your identity over the internet and make you less susceptible to tracking. The choice is always yours, whether you're okay with your data being sold to various corporations or not. However, it's also important to at least know about its implications before we choose anything. In real life, the privacy can be just as simple as the name of your crush or the thoughts in your head, which are pretty gross.
Stop it. Get some help.
In the online world, it's way more complex. All we can do is just be a bit more aware. Also guys, if you have liked the video, don't forget to put a like and comment down below what you truly feel about your privacy or maybe your crush knowing about you. Make sure you press the subscribe button, hit that notification icon so you never miss an update, and as always, thanks for watching.